Oops, my bad. Left that door open. But this is a quick, random, impromptu live because I learned something about myself today that was interesting. And I know you're not supposed to share things as you're processing them because, people, but I feel like it's common enough that, like, y'all can probably relate. And I'm not going to get all into my personal business and details. Not too much, at least. So I'm in Da Nang, Vietnam, and there's this lady. She doesn't live here. She actually lives in Thailand, but she did kind of like some pop-up workshops here for dance and movement and a sound experience. So I did that. It was crazy. It was from 12:30 to 2:30, and oh my gosh. Okay. So it was a great experience, right? Dancing, moving, and all that. But the unexpected part of it was in the beginning, the first thing she had us do was, would you say guided breath work, I would say. So what we could lay down, we could sit up, we had, as many pillows as we needed or wanted to be comfortable. And she guided us through breathing, right? And y'all, when I tell you I cried, and it was so weird because it wasn't the first time it had happened, but this time I was like, oh snap. I realized whenever I'm in a space where I have no distractions, I can't do anything but just be, I tend to like cry and release emotions. And I don't know, it got me thinking that maybe I've been running from myself, like obviously not intentionally, but it got me thinking about all the ways I distract myself throughout the day. And I know in the age of social media, so many of us do that, right? Like the term doom scrolling has become so popular and used all the time. And people talk about TikTok and you just go down the rabbit hole. And next thing you know, it's been like 5 hours. So I feel like part of that could be that many of us are just running from ourselves. And of course, I think it happens on a subconscious level, right? Like you don't go into these distractions thinking, "Let me just run from myself." Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know. But you do it like I can only speak for myself. But like, so my things that I do obsessively are reading and watching YouTube videos. When I tell you it's that, like actually on my phone, I've been keeping track of my bedtime this week because they have been so outrageous. Where is it? Tuesday, I went to sleep at 2:55 a.m. Wednesday, I went to sleep at 7:55 a.m. Thursday, I went to sleep at 3:55 a.m. And Friday, I went to sleep at 4:30 a.m. So all this, I know it's unhealthy. And all what I would be doing is reading or watching YouTube, sometimes playing poker on my phone, but like not necessary. And the interesting thing about it is, so the example I gave earlier where people say they get on TikTok and next thing you know, it's been hours. For me, it's never like that. It's not like, "Oh, where did the time go?" It's like, "Oh, shoot, it's 11 PM. I've been doing this for a long time." And then I make the conscious effort to keep doing said thing, even knowing that I'm not gonna get enough rest or proper rest, deep rest. Anyway, where was I going with that point? I don't actually know. Also, I have no notes or anything. I'm really just talking. Let me turn this off. Um, yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna say next. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Um, I was talking about how time just flies, but sometimes we're conscious of it. Um, oh yeah, how we don't necessarily consciously decide to run from ourselves, but by keeping ourselves inundated at all times. So like for me, another thing that I did in the beginning was I would listen to music all the time. Like I would wake up listening to music, brush my teeth, wash my face, listening to music, getting dressed, listening to music, walking to class, listening to music. During my break, like I would constantly have something else coming in to the point where there was no internal processing, right? So yeah, all that to say, that's my experience running from myself. And now that I am aware of it, now that I'm acknowledging it, I'm trying to figure out like, okay, where do I go from here? Like, I don't want to keep doing that. And so I kind of wanted to have this conversation. I don't know if y'all can relate, if y'all have done that in the past, if you're currently doing it. But yeah, I would love to hear about your experiences or any tips, any advice you have Actually, for me, one thing that I'm gonna try that one of the ladies mentioned to me after the class was breath work. So got like guided because she asked me if I had done breath work before, and I was very honest. I was like, technically, but like not really. Like I'll do it, and then I don't know. I get bored, and I stop, or I feel like I'm not. It's just same thing with meditation. I think meditation is another thing I would love to do because it's one of those things that forces you to just sit and like turn inwards because you're not focusing on anything outside of you. So yeah, those are my random thoughts about running from yourself. Those are the few plans that I have to see about addressing that. And there's not enough said about not trusting yourself. And when I say that, I mean basically when you've broken so many promises to yourself in the past that like when you say something you don't even believe you'll follow through with it. So like me, I could say, yeah, I'll meditate every day for 10 minutes. But I have said to myself these things that I would do, these goals that I never accomplished, that like I don't even like committing anymore. I'd rather just not say that I'm gonna do it or like make it indefinite, not put a time on it. That's a whole other thing. Address, who knows? But yeah, that's been this random conversation, y'all. Well, I mean, it's early in the morning for y'all, so this isn't even a conversation. It's been me talking. Also, I'm in my nightgown. Like I got just washed my hair, got out of the shower and everything. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Y'all take care. Lord. Anyway.